Now, after the cliffhanger in Horizon Zero Dawn, a lot of people thought that Sylens would be the main villain in Forbidden West working with Hades. And I wasn't so sure about that, as I believed it to be a bit too obvious. What I did believe though was that Sylens could betray Aloy in his pursuit of knowledge.
I see you finally figured it out. To be honest, I'm surprised it took you so long to discover my ruse.
You rigged the lands to steal Hades. How could you be so reckless?
Reckless? You're the one who tried to purge Hades before its precious knowledge could be extracted.
But what I didn't expect was Sylens to be a bench warmer for much of the game. In fact, you only see him near the beginning and at the end of Forbidden West, which surprised me to say the least. Now, of course, it makes sense that way, as Aloy cuts ties with him, makes new allies, and goes on her mission to restore Gaia. While Sylens has already allied with Regala, using the Sons of Prometheus as a go-between to put his plan into fruition. But I can't help but think a couple of cutscenes with Sylens would have been interesting, as we already knew that Sylens was behind the weapon that killed the first Zenith before rescuing Beta. So a cutscene where he finds out the result of the weapon working but combusting would have added quite a bit to his story. Seeing him frustrated but optimistic that he could make the weapon work properly would have been so cool. Then possibly another cutscene later with him working on the final version at his workshop.
Do you have any idea what you've just done?
Now, some of you may argue that this would have been a bit unnecessary, and maybe a certain amount of mystery behind Sylens' actions would have been removed. But Sylens was a massive character in Horizon Zero Dawn, so it would have been nice just to see a little bit more of him, even if it was just a couple of 20-second cutscenes, for example. Now, like I said earlier, it all made sense and I love how it played out. So this video is more of a what if and wouldn't it have been cool sort of thing. I guess I was just a bit surprised by his absence in much of the game. But obviously he decided to stay, so we should definitely see more of him next, which I cannot wait for. Those dialogues he had with Aloy about Pharaoh and scraping him into a jar were hilarious and the sort of thing that make their relationship so enjoyable.
So those run-ins with the Quen I mentioned. On one of them I teamed up with their expedition to search Thebes. We found Pharaoh at the end.
You must have needed Omega clearance. So, what was it like?
Worse than you can imagine.
He single-handedly wiped out collective human knowledge. I'm sure it was still less than he deserved.
Let me guess. You would have scraped him into a jar so you could prod his brain, like what you did with Hades.
For a start.
So, should he have featured more? Yes, I believe so. But did it hurt the story in any way? I can't say it did. It just would have been nice to see. So yeah, just a short one. Let me know what you think about this. Like and sub for more videos like this one, and I will see you very soon.